video I'm going to show you how to use this Excel add-in. Once this Excel add-in is installed, you'll see a new tab in your Excel workbook, this access tab here. Once I press this button, pull data, it pops up a user form. I'll select a database here. Once you select any database, you'll see the first list box gets populated with all the tables in that database. I'll select one, table sales for example. When I select any table, you'll see the next list box gets populated with all the fields in. The most basic function that you can perform with this add-in is to retrieve data from fields of your choice. If you see certain command buttons here, add all, remove all, move up, move down. So I press add all, I'll get all the fields I want. I can remove these fields I don't need. I can move the fields up and down, move the shipping field up. Once I'm done, I can select any cell in my Excel workbook and press done. I get the data in all those fields. You can also make queries using this add-in. For example, if you see a checkbox here, if I select this make queries checkbox, it takes me to the run queries tab. So if I say in this table, I only want the records where the payment is made by check. So I'll select the payment method here. I'll enter where the payment method equals to check. So I'll write check here. I'll delete this data. I'll put my cell here. I'll say done. So now I only get the records where the payment is made by check. I can add more queries. If I want to add more criteria, I can add more criteria. Let's see, I say with table sales where the salesperson ID equals 1. This will further filter my data. Put the cell here and press done. So this is the result where the customer ID, where the salesperson ID is 1 and the payment method is check. In this way you can add more criteria or delete criteria and get to the records of your choice. The third important function that you can perform using this add-in is to aggregate and group the data. This aggregation and grouping works like a pivot table. So for example, if I want all my data to be grouped by the customer ID, I'll select this table sales. I'll get the fields in that table. The first list box is select fields to aggregate, second is select fields to group by. So for example, if I need my data to be arranged by customer ID, I'll add customer ID here, and I want to see the total tax amount paid by each customer, so I'll press sum here. I want to see the total of the shipping cost, I'll press sum here as well. I want to see the average tax rate, so I'll press average here. Once I'm done, I can select any cell here. In my Excel workbook, I'll just press done. I get the data. This is arranged by all the customers and all the tax amount, the sum of the tax amount paid by these customers. This is just like a pivot table, summarizes your data. Aggregation and grouping, you can still perform queries. So for example, with this aggregation and grouping, I go to choose fields, make queries, and suppose that I only want the data with the customer ID, where the payment method is check, and let's say the salesperson ID is equal to 1. So this would summarize my data. It will give the records where this condition holds. So I'll just select H1 and press done. So you'll see in that case it summarizes your data further. When this condition holds, the payment method is check and the salesperson ID is 1, you get only these records, grouped and aggregated. One very important function that you can perform using this add-in is to create relationship between tables. I'll select this function, select fields from multiple tables. Once you select this field, you see a new tab, create relationships tab. I'll go here. I know that two tables, table customer and table sales, are related to each other through a common field, which is customer ID. So I can select the related fields here. Once I'm done, I can create relationship. Table customers, customer ID is related to table sales customer ID. So this is the one side of the table, this is the many side. Once I'm done, I can go to the choose fields tab. I'll remove this. I go to table sales. I select the fields I need. I select customer ID, salesperson ID, invoice amount, payment method, tax rate. I add this, and from the table customers I select the company name, address. I add this. Once I'm done, press done. Now I get data from two linked tables. The important feature of this Excel add-in is that it keeps track of the 10 most recent accessed databases that you pulled the data from. There's a tab here, quick links. So next time you don't need to select a database, locate the database. If I press clear search box here and I go to the quick links, I can select my data. I know that I access chapter 9, chapter 8 ECCDB. I can just double click any access database I want. So if I click chapter 8 here, I'll get the tables here, so I don't need to go back and select and locate my table again.